Hi.
Hi, thank you for being our guest today at our very first EDI and Technician Commitment talk at the Institute, Sanger Institute. It was a fantastic talk and lots of great inspiring initiatives from John Ennis. Thank you for that. I have a few questions related to your talk. The very first one, your talk title is Advancing Equal Opportunities in Science. Could you please elaborate on this?
Okay, so what I understand by that and what I meant by that was about generating a inclusive culture at the Institute, because I'm a true believer that our main asset is our people, and that our people need to be able to feel comfortable where they're working and have the opportunity to reach their full potential. So advancing equal opportunities is around making sure that the environment is conducive to that.
Thank you. My second question is, John Ennis Center were one of the first institutions to support technician commitment earlier than Sanger Institute as well. How has signing up actually to this commitment positively impacted on the organization?
I would say it's raised our visibility. It's generated a feeling of cohesion and inclusion, and I think that the technician community at JRC, if you like, feels valued and respected and recognise the critical role that they play. I mean, the Institute certainly recognises the critical role that they play in the success of the Institute. And also, you know, we're recognised as doing, I would say, a good job at that, in that area, and we have the opportunity now to share best practice, which is what Claire Stevenson, who leads for us, is doing in collaboration with others, including yourselves.
Thank you. The third question is, John Ennis was also the first research institute to receive the Athenes 1 Gold Award. Big success, big achievement. And what advice would you give to other organizations on their journey with equality, diversion, and inclusion?
So I would say that inclusion is the key here, and to make sure that you listen to your whole community and make sure everybody's included, but also not to put things in place for the sake of it, but to make sure there's some evidence for the initiatives that you're thinking about, and also to think about what is already happening. Are you aware of what's going on? I mean, certainly our gold was definitely okay, we've got silver now. We're not going to do anything extra for gold, but what we are going to do is we're going to make sure that we know exactly what's going on within the organisation in terms of activities that would help us in our quest to get gold. And you'll be very, very surprised at what is actually going on. So that's what I would say. Take a look, first of all, what's going on in your organisation, and before you start putting in other things in place.
Great. The last question of mine is a bit more personal. What, if any, barriers did you come up against in progressing your career? How did you tackle them?
Well, I have to admit, I never really had a game plan as far as my career went. I enjoyed science and wanted to stay as a bench scientist, so I never really wanted to be a group leader. I think that if there is a barrier, the biggest barrier is this feeling of imposter syndrome. I still feel it, which I know is wrong, but and I think I would just say that you have to be prepared to step out of your comfort zone, and that's what I did once our children were at a stage where they weren't really dependent on me anymore, and I could begin to challenge myself more. So that was when I took the leap to try a different sort of job, and I applied for the role in the directorate. And I really was out of my comfort zone when I started that job. But I really enjoy it now, and I feel like it's made an impact on the Institute.
Thank you, Carole. Thank you for all your answers for your talk today.
You're very welcome.